Futu-ți morții, mati! Cu 39% pierdui. Mamă, și ce nu câștigam. Lasă. Mai am de deschis cutii.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Miles here, and welcome back to another video.
Iată, și ăsta face la fel.
You guys how to stream to Twitch in the year
E populară chestia
2016
asta.
for free. The methods really haven't changed between the past few years, but I'm still going to be teaching you guys how to do it for free and all that good stuff. So before we get started, I just want to say be sure to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you aren't already, because I'm on my way to 9,000 subscribers and all help is appreciated. But other than that, let's get on with the video. Alright, so the first two biggest requirements that you're going to need to stream and actually have fun doing it are having a good computer. Or a good laptop, really either works. I highly recommend having a computer over a laptop, but if you have a good laptop, you'll be fine. And trust me, a MacBook does not qualify as a good laptop as much as I want it to, because I love my MacBook, it really does not count. So essentially I have my PC specs on the screen, but basically any PC you bought probably within the past year or so, if it's a gaming PC or whatever like that, it probably qualifies as a good PC to use to stream with. And the second thing that you want is a good internet connection. It doesn't need to be the best, but it needs to be pretty solid. So if you want to avoid the potentially awkward conversation about your internet speed with your parents, just open up the link in the description called speedtest.net, and you should be taken to this site over here. So essentially all you have to do from here is just click on the little triangle in the middle, and from there it's just going to go ahead and test your ping, your download speed, and your upload speed. So I'm going to let my test actually go on, and then I'll get back to you guys once it's done. Alright guys, so my test just finished, and once your test does finish, be sure to not close out of this tab. Keep it open because we're going to refer back to it in a few minutes. But essentially you want to make sure that your upload speed is at least higher than 2. If it's 1.5 you'll be fine, but try making it 2 or higher.
Adică atâta de repede se downloadează mie ceva.
Da, adică...
Ca pentru Twitch. Ca să văd ceva. Iar upload. Upload mai greu.
E cam la jumătate upload-ul.
Pe la jumate.
Care e cea mai scumpă cutie din Counter-Strike?
Peste așa zără.
Gamma sau Chroma?
Chroma 3. Ok, bine.
Higher because you're not going to be able to stream in a nice quality and actually play properly unless it is around that area. So once you've done this, what you want to do next is go to the other link in the description and open up Open Broadcaster software. Alright guys, so once you open up the obsproject.com link, you're going to see these two different links. So essentially if you're on Mac, Windows, Linux, you can go ahead and use this one. But for video purposes, I'm going to be using OBS Classic. So I highly recommend downloading this one if you actually want to follow along with what I'm doing. But essentially this program is pretty sweet because it allows you to also record and stream. So if you want to record some videos with your desktop, you can go ahead and do that. I've actually made a video on how to do that. It's going to be linked in the description and the annotation on the screen. So definitely be sure to check that out if you want to make some videos in the future. But if you just want to stream, this is great, and it's honestly 100% better than XSplit or Fraps or anything like that. So essentially, once you've downloaded the classic version and actually set it up, I'm going to meet you guys when I actually have OBS open. Alright guys, so once you have OBS open, you should see a screen as similar to mine. You should have no scenes, no sources, basically a pretty blank screen. So from here you want to click on settings, and this is where we're going to set up your stream quality and all that good stuff. So obviously in the general tab it's going to be language English or whatever you speak. They have a pretty good variety, so feel free to mess around with that. And in encoding, this is where you're going to actually have to refer back to your speedtest.net. So essentially, as you can see, I have a 4.22 upload speed. I don't expect you to have that. Honestly, chances are you probably have one lower than me. If you have one higher than me, then that's awesome. But if your yours is lower than mine, around like 1 to 1.5 or anything like that, what you want to do is change this to 1000. And if you have 2, go ahead and change it to like 2000 or maybe even 1500. But since I have, oh that's 15,000, but since I have 4, I'm just going to go ahead and change mine to 3200. I feel that works really well with my internet connection, and I don't really lag in game. So once you've done that, make sure to copy the rest of my settings, and I'm just going to quickly run you guys through my settings, so you guys can go ahead and copy them and have the same stream quality. So I'm going to quickly skip over this and show you guys the other settings, and then we'll come back to this in a second. Alright guys, so now that you guys have seen my other settings, I just want to quickly go more in detail on the video one. So essentially my screen, or my actual like screen resolution is 1920 by 1080. But for streaming, I want to stream at 720 because it's not going to be as laggy and stuff if I'm actually streaming in full at 1080p. So I prefer to stream in 720p. I recommend you doing this too if you have a, I don't know, like if your internet connection isn't as good. So even though I have a decent internet connection, I'm still going to go with 720. I don't really mind it that much. So next thing is that we're going to go to broadcast settings. From here, make sure to pick live stream if you're in the live stream. But for the video purposes, I'm going to be live streaming. I have made a video on how to record, so go ahead and check that out. For streaming service, we're going to pick Twitch. It might say Justin TV for you. Go ahead and pick that. And once you do that, what you're going to do is pick the server closest to where you live. I live near Chicago in the United States, so I'm going to go ahead and use that, which is going to give me the best stream quality possible, essentially. And now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find your stream key. So I just actually cleared mine out, but essentially what you want to do is go to twitch.com, click on your name, make sure you're signed in. If you're not, go ahead and make an account, sign in, click on your name, go to dashboard, and then from here you want to click on stream key. And from here what you want to do is click on show key, and you're going to get this warning. Now actually pay attention to this warning. This warning is insanely like sensitive.
Okay.